Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be looking at Jerry Andrus. I hope I pronounced that name correctly. If I did not, please correct me down below. Jerry Andrus. I came to know the guy when I was in high school. I think I was just beginning high school. I was in my first year of high school and I was making regular trips to the Yogi Magic Mart. And this was in 1970, 74, 75, 76, and around that period. So I was making regular trips to the Yogi Magic Mart. And Phil Thomas sold me the linking pins along with a booklet by Jerry describing how to do the linking pins. This was before I knew how to do the linking rings. And the pins became a staple for me. It was something I performed on a regular basis. I did it in high school. I did it throughout my high school years. I just loved the trick. And it was Jerry who invented it. So when I think of him, I can't help but think of that. In doing the research, by the way, David Beason asked for this. So David, thank you so much for asking me to do this. As I did the research, I found out a lot about this person. I want to share some quotes with you that might surprise you and might not if you're very familiar with Jerry and Jerry's work. James Randi said, "Jerry was the most honest man I ever knew. He could not lie about anything. He was a genius, a fine man, and yes, I will miss him every day." Randi. Dai Vernon, the professor, said this about Jerry Andrus. "I've been trying to think of superlatives I'm acquainted with, and I find them entirely inadequate to describe the many revolutionary ideas incorporated in the magic of Jerry Andrus." That's coming from Dai Vernon. Harry Blackstone Sr., not Harry Blackstone Jr., Harry Blackstone Sr. said, "Jerry Andrus is the best close-up magic I have ever seen." Harry Blackstone Sr. Martin Gardner, you might be familiar with the work of Martin Gardner. Martin Gardner said, "Never have I watched a close-up magician who completely and more consistently knocked me over. Jerry Andrus is an original. His methods are unlike those of any other magician." There's a reason for that, and I'll get to that. Jerry was born January 28, 1918 in Sheridan, Wyoming. He passed away August 26, 2007 at the age of 89 in Albany, Oregon. In 1928, at the age of 10, he moved to Albany, where he lived until his death in 2007. In 1930, at the age of 12, he became interested in magic when he saw a reformed spirit medium performing and probably explaining how he did some of those effects. He was bitten by the magic bug at that point. 1934, 4 years later, he joins the International Society of Junior Magicians. He's only 16 years old. By the time he's in his 40s, he is known as the magician's magician. The only person that comes to mind that I think is probably very similar would be Daryl, right? I mean, you think of Daryl as the magician's magician. Some of the things he comes up with are so original and so creative. Same with Jerry. So I think there's a natural parallel between the two performers. He's a self-taught magician. He's described as a self-taught magician. Andrew preferred to develop his own style rather than learn the craft as a traditionally handed down form of art from other magicians. Eventually he became, and this is a quotation, "the best and most influential close-up magician ever." I don't know who said that. It's an anonymous quote. It's someone's opinion. I mean, you're comparing Jerry to Don Allen. You're comparing Jerry to Dai Vernon, but certainly he's in the class. He was Magic Castle number, just like the IBM, just like the SAM has numbers. He was Magic Castle number 308. It is said that he started performing at the Magic Castle when they first opened He continued performing long into his life. In 1954, he created the effect I referred to earlier, the linking pins. He created a great many other effects as well. His home was known as the Castle of Chaos. And it's kind of funny because I saw something that was kind of viral on some of the magic boards the other day. It was the blueprints of a house. And if you can picture this, it said like this little space was the living space, and this space was the magic storage area. I mean, you know, if you're a magician and you've been a magician for any number of years, you've got stuff in boxes everywhere. And you know what? I feel sorry for our spouses, you know, because our spouses have to live with that, even though they may not be as bitten as we are by the magic bug. But oh my goodness, we do attract and acquire some things. Now, his home in Albany, Oregon was known as the Castle of Chaos in reference to the numerous items he collected over the years, with the hope of using them to maybe someday make something spectacular out of them. That is so true. You know, that is so true. In October 2011, the Castle of Chaos was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. 2011. August 26, 2007, Andrus died of cancer at the age of 89. Here's some quotes from Jerry himself that I thought I would share with you. Each of us possesses a unique brain that could conceivably be the most amazing thing in all the universe. What do we do with it? Most of us just let it lie there and rot. Ooh. Okay, here's a slightly better quote. But it's, you know, it's like I forget who said it right now, but it's famously said that most of us will die with our song still in us. You know, I truly believe that God has given us our passions. God has given us our dreams to spur us on to achievement. And I think Jerry is hitting much the same idea. We have a sense that we have so much potential, so much to live for, so much to hope for. But how many of us achieve that potential? Probably, I'm not sure if any of us actually do. Here's another quote from Jerry that I just love. If I don't fool you, I'm not doing my job as a magician. If I make you feel foolish, I'm not doing my job as a human being. I love that. I love that. Now, the works of Jerry Andrus, I'm going to put them down below so you can see them. Andrus Deals You In, 1956. Slightly Miraculous, 1961. Special Magic, 1974. Andrus Card Control Volume 1 and 2, 1976. More Slightly Slanted, 1977. Andrus Card Control, 2000. Curious Cards and $5 Tricks, 2001. Safety Pin Tricks, I think that's the book that I had. Lifetime of Magic, 3-volume DVD set. Highly recommend it to you. Lifetime of Magic 3. A lot of his signature effects are on that DVD series. I believe it's available through Penguin Magic or Magic Warehouse or your favorite magic dealer. You might want to check that out. David Beason, thank you so much for suggesting this as a topic. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you've not done so already. Please comment also. I love your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.